Today we will learn about how to define a function in MATLAB and how to use that or how to call that function in a main program. So basically function is used to define some particular tags as a separate program, and in the main program we can call the function so that the main program will be less complex when you try to understand that or when you see that program. So let us see how to write a function first, how to define a function. So for that I need to use the keyword or the inbuilt function, that is function keyword is there. Not here, you have to write that in the new script. So in the new script we will write function, and in space I will write, I need some value output from the function. So I'll just take result there, and result equals to whatever the function name you want to give. Now I am creating a function which can calculate the square of a number. So here I will write square, just write square as a function, and here I will pass a variable that is x. So it is going to calculate the square of x for me, and then I will write what exactly how to do that. So I will write result equals to, so x square, so result equals to x power 2 I will write. Now it will calculate the square for me. Once you have written all the statements required, then you need to write the end statement there. So you can see now the end is written here and one line came here, that means the function starts from here and ends at here. So once you have written this, you need to save this program. So just click on the save, and you will see that whatever program name you have given, by default the name will come as same, and don't change the name, you need to save in the same name. So I just save it. Okay, now the function is defined. Now what we will do, we will create a new a new notebook now, and in that we will try to call the function. So as I always say, first you always write clear all and close all and CLC, so that your program will look clean always. And then what we are going to do, we will just take a variable, let us say a equals to 5. Here I am not taking x, just to explain you how the function works. So a equals to 5 I will write, and then what I need to find the square of a. So directly I can find, but let us say instead of directly finding, I will do that with a function. So how to do that? So let me write here, let us say this I will write a square. So a is keyword, I am just taking a variable. So that is equals to, now here I will call the function. So the function name I have given is here only square. So this whatever the function name you have written, you just have to write the same thing here. Okay, it should, the spelling should also be same, and in the bracket we will pass the variable for which I need to calculate the function here. Fine. So now what we will do, we will try to print that. So if I print display and ASQR, if I want to print the display of the calculated square value. So after this I need to run this. Once you run, it will ask to save it. So just save it as a square function I am doing. So just save it as a square function. Okay. Now if you run this, so the value given here is 25 now. Now if I change this value also, let us say I will take, instead of 5 I will take 10. Now if I run the code, so what is happening, see the square is coming as 100 here. Fine. So that's how you can define a small function, and you can call the function in another program, and you can find the value. You can also do this for call the function inside a for loop. For example, so what I will do here, I will write for I equals to 1 comma 5. I need to calculate all the function values between 1 to 5. Okay, so inside that, so whatever the function is there I will write, and then I will end it here, and here I will write here I. Fine. So what is happening here now, for I equals to 1 to 5, for all the values it is going to calculate the square for me with this square function, and it will give me the value. Let us run this program. So see, if I run the program, it's just printing 5 and 1, it will be 1 colon 5. Okay. So if I take 1 colon 5, so square of 1 is 1, then square of 2 is 4, square of 3 is 9, square of 4 is 16, square of 5 is 25. Now the function can also be used inside a for loop also. So how many times you need to run the program, you can run it. Now the square function is a very simple program, but if there is something which is very complex calculation is there, instead of writing in the main program, we can write as a function, and we can just call that to do the operation, so that means it will, the main function will look clean and easy. So that's how you can create and use a function. It's called as function definition as well. In next videos, we will see that how some complex operation you can do and how multiple values you can take from a function. Let's say you need to find 3-4 variables as a output from one function, then how to do that also we'll see. Okay, so we'll see in the next video. Thank you.